This is Shelly Craft coming to you live on SNN.Live. We're coming to you from the Planet MicroCap Showcase 2019 in Las Vegas. I'm with Rick Batenburg from Clear Cannabis Inc., a private company. Rick, welcome to SNN.Live.
Thank you so much for having me here. It's been a wonderful conference you have.
Well, thank you very much. Let's start out with a short overview and we'll go from there.
Sure. So Clear Cannabis is a company that facilitates the proliferation and distribution of CBD and THC globally.
What's some history behind the company?
So we were operational VCs. You know, I came at this business really with a VC approach. We were like, okay, how do we make money in this business? It's obviously huge opportunity in cannabis. You know, it's one of the most fastest growing industries in the world. And we really came at it like, okay, well, where is the delta? You know, where do we make money at this? And really what it came down to is, with ubiquitous legalization, it really comes down to brands, right? Just like the alcohol industry, just like anything that has a consumer brand, a consumer consumptive good, it really comes down to the emotional relationship with that product. And really that's what we focused on is, you know, what is the emotional relationship with the product and the consumer, and then what is the company's ability to put that in the consumer's hand. And that's really why our flagship brand was the Clear, was because they really had a strong relationship with the consumer, strong brand promise, and they had great distribution. So really levering that and then using that to do aggressive merger and acquisition activity to really find the brands that spoke to specific demographics is really what we were after. So we took a venture capital approach at that by putting the pieces together, you know, finding the money, finding the people, finding the resources we needed to facilitate that. And that's really what we've done, and that's what we're here at Planet MicroCap to talk about.
What's unique about Clear Cannabis?
You know, I think unique is a misnomer in my world because, you know, there's so many consumer goods and you really have to focus on what are you doing for the consumer, right? It's not about being different, it's about the genuity around why are you different, right? And so we focus on delivering a consumable, a consistent, a good product to the end consumer. And so it's not about being unique, it's about being good, right? So what are you doing that adding value to your consumers, right? And so what I'd say is that what adds value to our consumers is that they have a consistent product, they have a consistent performance, right? They know what they're getting every time, whether that's in Michigan or California or Colorado or Washington or Canada, they get the same thing every time, same hardware, right? Same performance, same euphoria. We are selling euphoria in no uncertain terms, right? We're just doing it without touching the plant.
What's your competitive advantage?
I think the competitive advantage is really that we took a venture capital approach at this. We're agnostic, right? So we can take a very sterile look at the growth of the industry and understand how we can proliferate. Like, what do we need to do to put the pieces in place to really do this business well, right? We're not in a dogfight over market share. This is about preparing for a paradigm shift that we're seeing across the US, seeing globally, which is cannabis is becoming more legal, right? And I always tell investors the same thing. You know, we raised all the money into a blind pool, right? And so I always tell the investors the same thing, which is two things you need to believe. One, I can do what I'm saying I'm going to do. Number two, that cannabis will be more legal tomorrow than it is today. If you believe those two things, then really it's just about doing the business well, right? Do the business the way it's supposed to be done, right? Don't get in a hurry, right? Raise the money well, take the good money, don't take on the bad debt, right? Do the distribution correctly, and you're going to find success because the market is so big. The pie is getting bigger all the time, right? I watch some of these cannabis guys get in fights with each other, and you're like, just relax, just relax.
Who's your target market?
So I would say specifically the target market is people who have never tried cannabis, the untapped market, right? So you can sell alcohol to alcoholics, or you can create a value product that is more amenable to somebody who's never tried it. And that's really why we started with the Clears, because there's instant gratification. It's not like an edible where you eat an edible and then 4 hours later, oh my God, I ate way too much. You know, you find out how high you are in 5 minutes, right? And then on the CBD side, right, creating the value as far as like, and I always try to say this, THC is a lot like taking a Percocet. You know you take a Percocet. CBD is a lot like ibuprofen, right? Makes you, you know, it's very subtle. And that differentiation, bringing value to those products, is really the target, right? So people who have never tried it, it's a safe way that you can have consistent results. You get the same type of results every time you use it. That's the target market, right? Is creating the Smirnoff of alcohol, right? Tastes good, right? Or the Smirnoff of cannabis. It tastes good, it services everyone, right? It does the same thing every time, it's very clean, it's a high quality product, and it's available everywhere.
Rick, let's get your website out to our investor audience if you would.
It's clearcannabisinc.com, or you can reach out to our investor relations as well.
Ladies and gentlemen, Rick Batenburg, Clear Cannabis Inc. It's a private company. I'm Shelly Craft, this is SNN Live, coming to you live from the Planet MicroCap Showcase 2019 in Las Vegas. Pleasure having
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for having me.
You're quite welcome.